Welcome back to petsforsale.com.au and the April 2015 edition of the Australian Puppy Scams Hall of Shame. In this video we highlight petsforsale.com.au, another MFA site that has arisen in the last 12 months, MFA being made for AdSense, of course, that make their money out of people clicking on these ads, these Google AdSense ads. Anyway, we're focusing particularly on dogs for sale, of course. So we'll look at their pages and the new techniques the scammers are using to run their scams. Now let's have a look here. All right, these are the dog ads. They don't have a lot here at the moment, but of course the scammers will see to that. They'll put lots and lots on here in time to come. And of course the standard French bulldog that they all love, and so on and so forth, Maltese, etc., etc. Now we're looking at the French bulldog ad today, not because we're looking at this particular breed because we've featured ads on this breed before, but for the techniques that the scammers are using, which apply to this breed and to other breeds as well. Now let's have a look at the ad as it appears on the site. French bulldog puppy for sale, cutesy photo, of course, not a lot of text, and they're using not a lot of text for a particular reason, and we'll show you from the editing that we've done and highlighting these particular points. All right, point number one, the location, Bendigo, Victoria. Now, if you happen to be near there and you say, okay, I'm going to come and see the pup, this is given you've been in contact with them, of course, they'll say, oh, we're available, we can't make it. Or the common one, the pup has moved, we've had to move location for work reasons and so forth, it's now in Sydney or somewhere like that. They will do anything they can to make it sound plausible why you cannot come and eyeball the pup or the parents. Okay, that's the first one. Second one, they've said price, please contact. Now this is getting more sophisticated, because a little while ago they were going way too cheap. Like, for example, for the average French bulldog, the price is about $4,500. So they'll be advertising them for $500 or so. People are being aware that this is too cheap, so therefore they change their tactics to make it a little bit too cheap. For example, $2,000. We've seen ads for $2,500 for this particular breed. Remember, regardless of breed, they're using the same tactics, but we're just talking numbers for this particular breed. So okay, so they might say $2,500. Now they're getting even more sophisticated now, because people are tumbling to that as well, and they're saying please contact us. So when you contact them, then they'll use the bait of just a slightly too cheap price, or they'll say, oh, how much can you afford, because we're wanting to give this dog away, etc. They will then try and get you to send money via Western Union, what's called the scammer's friend. That's the most common technique they'll use, and obviously it'll go to somewhere like Nigeria or Cameroon. So you remember they're using that sort of technique to get you in, to try and get you on the hook to contact them so they can try and reel you in. So that is an example. Now there are legitimate advertisers that don't put their prices on ads, and that's fine, but the scammers, when they put this on there, please contact, they're the techniques that they'll try and use, like too cheap price, just a little bit too cheap, and also getting you to pay via Western Union. So they're just red flag straight off. Now here's another one, point 3. Now, as we say in our accompanying blog post today, the scammers, they read our blog posts, they watch our YouTube videos to try and work out ways to get around our warnings to people. It's a never-ending arms race, but here's a classic example. They were using the term shots, which is an American overseas term where we use vaccinations. What we've noticed is they've stopped using, or some of them stopped using the term shots recently and use the correct term, vaccinations. And also the other things like being microchipped, wormed, vet checked. Those 4 things are very common in legitimate ads, and so of course they've cottoned onto it and they're trying to put that in their fake ads. So unfortunately, when you see this, it means not much at all. What you'll obviously have to do is, when you see the pup, as we've mentioned here in point 1, which you need to do, then obviously you can see it's got a vaccination certificate, it's got a microchip certificate, look at the worming solutions that they're using, and a vet check. Some vets will issue a clearance on the pup, some won't. So obviously you look at the paperwork. So this is something the scammers don't have and will never have. But be aware that just seeing this on an ad doesn't mean the ad is legitimate. As we always say, if in doubt, just go to pupsforsale.com.au. We've got lots of FAQs. Here's our FAQ page. We've got lots of information on our scam pages. to help keep you safe and avoid the scammers. Stay safe, folks, and only stick to Pups for Sale ads and you'll be just fine. This is another tip from the team at petsforsale.com.au.